I've come to realize that being a subsequent wife is not without its challenges. I've known that before. However, I realize that we are living in a first wives world, especially when it comes to polygyny. And it's interesting. I'm going to talk more about it in this video of what that means and what that entails of being a subsequent wife in a first wives world. We've gotten a number of emails and a number of subsequent wives or people who are about to be subsequent wives who have reached out and are wondering, how do you operate, as a subsequent wife in a first wives world? So I'm going to talk about that. Stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. It's Nyla, Coach Nyla, one of the founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships. And yes, this video is it's not only for subsequent wives, but it's to shed some light on what that actually entails. When it comes down to it, you have a lot that you have to deal with. One of just a little story or a little story time, I guess, with me was that I talked about it in a number of videos before, as well as one of the first videos I did, which on this channel was why I married a married man. And I talked about, knowing, this beautiful family and seeing this beautiful family. I knew them well before polygyny was even something that I even considered. I was married once before polygyny, so I knew them before that. I knew them before I was married, and in monogamy, and after the divorce in monogamy. So our story is we have videos that talk about it and the story. So, but the thing is that I have not really talked about how difficult it can actually be for subsequent wives, especially in the first wives world. And the reason why I say in the first wives world, I know that some people would not like that I said that, because they said, well, what is that supposed to mean? But I remember talking to our husband and stating, I'm like, it's the first wives world, because when you look at it, incoming wives, as well as the husbands, are shunned, are demeaned and degraded and talked about by a number of people for being married. So the husband will get talked about for marrying again. The incoming wife will get talked about for marrying a married man. And I've seen it in comments on some of my videos. I've seen it in comments on some of my co-wives videos, and I've just, we've gotten emails and stuff as well. So it came to the point where I realized, I'm like, yeah, this is the first wives world, which just come to terms with it. I had to come to terms with it, because I remember a number of people, including my daughter and my bonus daughter, stating that, I wouldn't have a problem with being in polygyny. However, I would rather be a first wife. And the interesting thing is, I was like, I feel the same way. Like, seriously, not, if I had the choice, that would be my thing. Not that I would come in and try to take somebody's family or disrupt someone's family or anything like that. It's being an initial wife, or being a wife, and I say initial wife, or just being a wife that's before another wife. Because even if our husband decided to marry again, I would still be I would be still a subsequent wife, but I would be a wife that's already there before the other wife. I mean, I know you guys understand what I'm saying. But that being said, I would like to make it easier on this woman because I know what polygyny entails. I know that polygyny is a beautiful thing. It's a form of marriage, and I'm very, very keen on minding my marriage. However, I also know how society can make any type of incoming wife feel like they're inferior. Like they're inferior to the first wife, like they're inferior to love, that they're inferior, that the only reason why um, they married into polygyny anyway is because they're tired of raising or taking care of their kids by themselves. So they don't really want love, but they want somebody to help them take care of their kids. It's just a number of different things that I've seen and I've seen being stated. And it's rough to hear those things and to see those comments. Like, one of the major things that I've seen for a number of subsequent wives, not even just from subsequent wives, but women who are looking to be subsequent wives or are about to become subsequent wives, that they see that it is a beautiful thing. They see the love that their husband has, or that the husband has for his wife and his children, and that he is a man of value, a man that is of high value, meaning that he has values, that he wants to expand his family. Not only do he wants to expand his family, but he wants to expand his love, and he wants to be more of this provider, this protector. He wants to be more. He wants the responsibility. And it's crazy because people's like, no, nobody wants the responsibility. But we don't think the same as men. You have these men that their testosterone is something about their makeup. It's something about their thing that they have to protect. That's what they have. There's something that they have that causes them to want to do that. And there's some things that we don't understand. So yeah, it may be there's a number of men out there. There are a number of men out there who want that type of responsibility. However, they're shunned for that. They're shunned for wanting to marry again. They're talked about that as, only to, please their sexual desires or anything like that. And it disrespects any type of incoming wife because it demeans her as being nothing more than a sexual object. Not a person that has feelings, not a person that, that can be valued, not a person that can be loved, or cared for, or that someone that wants companionship and that wants to build her family too and be, a part of an expanding family. So there's a number of things that people don't understand and that people don't get. And they're not looking to understand that when it comes to subsequent wives, because they have their own viewpoint of what an initial wife must feel if their husband was to marry someone else. And there are a number of initial wives, and I know there are people that say there are no initial wife that would want their husband to marry someone else. There are actually a number of initial wives. I actually met a number of them. One that was really, really trying to get her husband to marry again, and he's just like, I don't want the responsibility. And so there are women out there, initial wives, that will want that, that want their husband to marry again. And not because it's something bad going on, but they know that their husband is a great guy, that he's an upstanding man, that he's a great leader, and that he can provide this leadership and this companionship and expand his family, with some other willing, beautiful soul. So yeah, it's a number of different things. So one of my things, or like I said, this is an ongoing. This is not something that could be talked about in a little short video, but I'm going to make this video. I'm not going to try to make this video very long, but what I want to reach out and talk to my subsequent wives out there, or those who are looking to be subsequent wives, a couple of things, because there are a number of things that I know that there are challenges that you may go through and that you will probably encounter. And I want to kind of assist you and help you with those things. One of the things is mind your marriage. You can't force your husband to do anything with his other wife. You can't force him to be a specific way to his other wife or other wives. You can only really mind your marriage. You can remind him some things, especially if you're a Muslim, you can remind him of being fair and being just and things like that, but you cannot tell him what to do when it comes to doing the things that he must do or that he should do or can do within his other marriage. That's their marriage. That's their relationship. Their marriage is not the same as yours. You have to focus on yours, and he has to make sure he focuses on that, and they focus on theirs. So make sure you're minding your marriage, and minding your marriage make sure means that you're making sure that any type of issues that you have is being brought to his attention, not to everybody else's. Any type of updates, any type of challenges, any type of issues, anything that you have going on, that's the person you talk to. That's the leader. That's the imam. That's the person who you want to discuss any of your marital issues with, as your husband. You want to have the courage to communicate. Have that courage to communicate. Don't let what other people are saying in the outside world deter you from speaking your truth, speaking your feelings, and speaking your fears. And I know a number of my subsequent wives out there, those who are looking to be subsequent wives, have a fear of legality issues. The thing is, they said, well, the true marriage license, it's not about having the marriage license. That's not the thing that makes a person responsible. The person is going to make the person responsible. But however, if it's anything like medical or income or insurance or anything like that, those are things that are paid for. You put those things in a will. You make sure that those things are taken care of, that when it comes to buying insurance, you can buy insurance for your family, and you can add your dependents. You can add whoever you want to on that insurance. Same thing when it comes to your will. You take care of that will. Your husband. You guys talk about that together. So those are how your rights. Those are the ways that your rights are protected. You don't need a marriage certificate to protect your rights. You protect your rights through contract. A lot of those things are through contract, and you can do that through your will. You can do that through insurance and things as far as that. So I hope that helps. I'm going to cut this video a little short. I will come back and address a number of the other issues and the questions and things that I also get from subsequent wives, and some things that may need clarity for initial wives and possibly husbands too, on what they to what they need to do to understand that you don't want to overcompensate. You don't want to marry someone and kind of put their feelings aside because someone else is feeling a certain type of way. Your wives are your wives, and you want to make sure you treat them just. You're going to have to answer for that. So you want to make sure that you are protecting them both. One of the reasons why they married you, because they knew that you would be able to protect them and protect their hearts. So be careful and be mindful of that. Until next time, make sure you are practicing GLC and you are growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. Until next time, make sure if you like this video, click the like button. Also subscribe and share this video, because sharing is caring. Until next time, assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
One is by following us on our social medias. Follow us on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and on Facebook and YouTube at Outstanding Personal Relationships. And make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Number 2, make sure you head over to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and subscribe to the email list. From there, you will get downloads as well as updates, any and all updates. And you also get an update on the release of our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Number 3, if you are serious about polygyny, relationships, and really developing fulfillment and happiness, make sure you register for our Relationship Mastery Inner Circle, which is members only, which includes downloads. It includes access to us live on a weekly basis. So that's at outstandingpersonalrelationships.com. /RM. We'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace.